Hello, hello, hello. My hands. These are hands. I have hands. They have okay hands. They get a little older. Um, Back in the mid 90s, I was living in San Francisco, young and tender and fresh. Lived on a street in what they call the South of Market area. Well, it was borderline South of Market and the Mission area of San Francisco. It was when I moved there, it was gang ridden. It was not gentrified as it is now. Prostitutes around the corner, gang shootings, whatever. But we had my roommate and I had a great flat, a 2 bedroom flat for $950 a month. We had a garage, a backyard. It was crazy. It was huge, this long flat. With a water closet, my first water closet and a separate bathroom, the whole thing. It was great. I was there 6 years. But it was a little rough. We were near the 16th and Mission BART station. We were near the Muni station that was not too far from Van Ness and Market Street. But it was a rough little area. But so they had a bunch of, we had 2-story flat houses and then Victorians. And then they had some buildings that we didn't know what they were. And there was no signs on them, just like little doors or whatever, what's going on in there. And one day, I was leaving the house to run some errands before I had to go to work. At that time, I was working at a it's called Headlines, which I'll talk about one day. I'll talk about that one day. Headlines was a retail store, and I was working there as a regular worker. And I want to say this is like 95. I'm trying to think how this is. I always forget what year it was. Back then, we didn't have anything on here. Oh, it was 94. Sorry, 94. 94. So this is literally almost 30 years ago. We're talking about. And I was leaving the house and I crossed the street. My house is on one side across the street. I was walking down to the corner to turn, and a guy comes out of a warehouse. There's a warehouse down the street. He goes, "Hey, you, can you palm a basketball?" I'm thinking something racist. Okay, I'm black man, tall black man walking down the street, guy can walk palm a basketball. Oh, like, yeah. He goes, "No, seriously, can you palm a basketball? I actually will pay you." I stopped. I'm making minimum wage. This Headlines, whatever. I walk across the street. I go, "So what's going on?" He goes, "I'll give you a pedicure, manicure. We'll take pictures. It's for an ad. I'll tell you more about it. And I'll write you a check right now. And when you leave, you'll have a check and then you'll go." He said, "It probably would take like an hour. It's like total." What? So he was like, "Yeah, so okay." I said, "Okay, sure." I go inside, and inside the warehouse is like this whole studio. And it was beautiful inside. And literally, this woman did my hands, both my hands, give you a total manicure, everything, powdered them up and all this stuff. And then he had a basketball, which I could palm one. And we had somebody went on the stand. He had some loose ones. So I was like, ball, he's taking pictures. He had his camera, whatever camera it was, out taking pictures. He explained to me Scottie Pippen, I'm not into basketball, first of all, but Scottie Pippen, who I'd heard of, was a basketball player, and they didn't like his hands. And this was an ad for Intel Electronics. Remember them? Older folks. And it was going to be in national magazines all over the country. So I'm just going to tell you, so this is one of these, this one to pay. I got one to pay. I ripped up the page. It's a big magazine. I want to show you the date. 1994 is in there. Big magazine. And it's so funny. Look at all this stuff. This baby, I'm just thinking about this. This baby now is a grown-up. Baby's a grown-up. Shit, that's crazy. But anyway, so there's all these ads. And of course, this is early years of computers. I mean, it's like early years and stuff like that. So until I try, there's something going on. The Pentium, that's so funny. I'm not looking at my picture. I'll show you a picture in a second. But as I pump basketball, it literally takes like 15, 20, 30 minutes in terms for the actual, like, hold it, do this, hold it, do this. This is my hand. This is my hand. So you can see it. This is the hand they used. You can see it. Because I have weird fingers. I think so. So it's very distinctive. So I'm showing it to you now. And he writes me a check for $100. So for a 25-year-old who was working this menial job, and I wasn't getting paid anything at the time, $100 just for an hour's worth of work. I was like, yes, I'll take it back then. This was 30 years ago. I think my rent was like $450. So I was like, that's 1/4 of my rent. Oh, this is crazy. I'll take it. I never made much for $4 an hour before my life. So wrote me a check, and I remember I got to work late. I was a little late because I had time, but then I took the subway. I got there a little late. I got in late. It's like, why are you late? You're never late. I go, let me show you the check. I wish I could have kept that check. I had to turn it in and get paid. But I showed them the check. I go, I just got paid for being a hand model. They're like, yeah, sure. I go, seriously. They saw it. They go, oh my God, for real. They had the studio name on there. So then I go to work. Everything happens. A few months later, the ad comes out. They send me, you know, it's down the street, so give you a magazine. Obviously, just do it. You do right somewhere I lived and everything. And this is the ad. That is my hand, you guys. And if I show it, well, try to do the hand. It's my hand. Try to do this. I'll try to do this like you see. It really is my hand. It is. It's my hand. On Scottie Pippen's body, palming a basketball. And that was my first time as a hand model. And I didn't go any further. And in a way, I wish I asked for more money, but I'm like, you know, whatever. I have nice hands. I could do it, I guess. But that was my chance as a hand model. And I said, you've done a little bit of everything. I really have. Only because I say yes. Oh, yes, I'll do it. Sure, why not? Say yes. Say yes to shit. And that's what I do. And so that's what helps you get through this. So that was my chance as a hand model. Hand model, that's me. Almost 30 years ago. I was looking back on it now. So that's my little story about that. You can watch all of them here on all the It's a Lot. There's 18 of them. This is the 19th episode. There's 18 of them here only on Patreon, just for you guys. I'm sharing stories about slices of my life that, you know, I got a whole bunch. I'm looking at my list. I have a whole bunch coming out. I have some serious ones coming up. I thought, let me do a light one. This is kind of fun. I did a serious one last one. This is kind of a light one. I appreciate you so much for supporting me and being a Patreon, being a Lottie. Tell your friends, anybody who's fans of mine, you should come on in and join. See you guys next time. It's a lot.